will be led by Alderman Payne.
Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to you and ask you to be a part of our meeting, Lord. We thank you for all the things that you do for us, Lord, for saving our souls and dying on the cross for us when you didn't have to. Lord, we ask you to be with us tonight, help us to make good decisions, and bless our meeting. In Jesus' name, amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first on the agenda this evening is the approval of minutes for two meetings, one on July 16, 21, the other on July 20, 21.
Mayor, I move we approve the minutes of the special meeting on July 16th, 2021, with any additions, deletions, or corrections.
Second.
We have a motion from Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Bell.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Is there a motion to approve the July 20 meeting?
Mayor, I move we approve the regular meeting of July 20th, 2021, with any additions, deletions, or corrections. Second.
We have a motion from Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Bell.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on the agenda is a resolution for a budget amendment. Mr. Nick Manley?
The budget amendment is for increased revenues through the sale of property from the Southaven Police Department, and money to be reflected to buy additional police cars. So it's just money reflecting, resolution reflecting that, and also a grant from the Explorers to the police department, which will allow for additional police cars to be purchased by the police department.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Flores, second by Alderman Wheeler. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Bell.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on the agenda is an agreement with LexisNexis for mapping.
This agreement will be for Chris Shelton's signature. It allows the police department to work with LexisNexis to run community crime map for certain areas, and certainly throughout the city, the crimes, keep a map of those crimes in those areas. We've kind of used it before in the past. This would be more of a formal understanding of agreement with LexisNexis. It's free to the city based on the way our building integrates our current systems. But tonight we authorization for Chris Shelton to sign this agreement with LexisNexis as part of the community map project in Southaven Police Department.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Wheeler, second by Alderman Payne. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Bell.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on the agenda is a resolution for approval of contracts and professional services, all on one document, right?
Yes, what the resolution to do tonight is basically allow for department heads for those in the past. Previously, the board has approved a purchasing agreement. The purchasing resolution was allowed for department heads to go ahead and get quotes for $50,000 and purchase commodities based off those quotes, as long as we go with low quote. Anything below $5,000, you don't have to get a quote under state law. This resolution will allow for department heads to enter into contracts between $5,000 to $50,000 for those construction projects and/or projects that meet those requirements pending mayor approval. And at the next meeting, it will be put on the minutes of the board. The next board meeting will put on the minutes those contracts. Also allow for professional services agreements to be entered into if they do not exceed $20,000 with mayor approval. And so the department head will have the discretion to do these things in accordance with 31.713 for the 5 $50,000 getting 2 quotes, anything over $5,000 comes any quotes, and professional services, which is not subject to 31,713. And this will all be pending mayor approval, and also for our department head to provide the contract, so it'll be placed on minutes for the next board meeting. So this resolution will hopefully, it'll keep us compliant with 31,713 of the state code, and also streamline the process for the city moving forward for those projects. And it has to do with the budget and the mayor approves.
Mayor, I'll make that motion. Second.
We have a motion of Alderman Payne, second of Alderman Kelly. Is there any discussion?
What do you put in the minutes?
Yeah, you're looking at that point, and then I'll give you observation. So if it's one of those things where some of them, we want to say, hey, the board says, we want to make sure this comes right for the board for doing anything, then obviously you have that opportunity as well to say, anything that has to be bid or $50,000 is going to have board approved for anything that you want to bid. This is just for those contracts that do not require a bid.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Kelly.
Yes.
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 That motion carries. Next on the agenda is an approval of change order. And this is for the Central Snowden Park Multi-Use Trail, Danny Cordell.
Thank you, Board. This is, as the mayor said, this is a change order for the Central Park to Snowden multi-use trail. Now that the bridge is under construction, our original grant from MDOT required a complete connection between those 2 points. They allowed us to break out Silo Square because it's being built privately. But we still have to connect the position from the bridge to the basically Snowden Park where our trail ends now, one of the trails there. So this is an extension basically along May Boulevard with the contractor that currently has the contract in the Park of Snowden. It is an estimated increase using the bid item quantities of $127,674. I'm requesting the board's approval for the mayor to authorize and sign that change.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion from Alderman Flores, second from Alderman Gallagher. Is there any discussion?
Just note the minutes will reflect it's not outside the scope of being done, circumvent the purchasing rules, and that would be.
Okay, is there any other comments, any other questions, discussion at all? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Kelly.
Yes.
Alderman Hicks.
Yes.
Alderman Schrader.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Miller.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you, Dan. Next on the agenda is a resolution claiming private property.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve the clean proper property as presented on the state.
Second.
We have a motion from Alderman Payne, second from Alderman Gallagher. Is there any discussion among the board? Hearing none, is there anyone in the audience that has a financial interest in any of the properties that would like to speak? Hearing or seeing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Kelly.
Yes.
Alderman Hicks.
Yes.
Alderman Schrader.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Miller.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on the agenda is a request to advertise for CE&I services for the Getwell Road South widening project. Ms. Whitney Cook.
Yes, sir. Per our MPO funding and our MDOT procedures, this is the next step to get us towards construction for Getwell Road South. So what we're doing is requesting approval to advertise in the Plan Ledger for construction engineering and inspection services for Getwell Road South. Basically, this will cover on-site supervision of the project, overseeing the inspections, and making sure everything is procedurally correct so we don't stall the project or remain on time, our funding sources get through. But it's a formal procedure we have to go through with MDOT. We've already sent it to them so they can concur with the ad that we're going to put in the Clarion Ledger, but we need permission from the board to legally advertise.
We have a motion by Alderman Wheeler, second by Alderman Flores. I'll start the discussion, just a quick overview. Y'all know this is the number one project that's on our MPO list for federal funding. We applied for this in 2015. It's one of the most highly congested areas in our city. It's where the traffic bottlenecks going southbound at Church Road and Getwell. This will widen Getwell to 5 lanes from Church Road south to Star Landing. Also at a 10-foot multi-use trail on the west side. We're seeing a large amount of federal money. That's a $9.8 billion project, and most of that is funded, all of it, well, 7.5 basically is funded by the MPO. So it's a big deal. We've been waiting a long time, highly needed, so we're excited. The last update, we're in right-of-way purchase process right now. Construction realistically probably starting in early spring of 22. So that's going to be a big deal. We've been waiting a long time. Any questions? Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda is a review and recommendation for details regarding the State Line Road West traffic study evaluation. Dan?
I was a little premature in putting this on the agenda. The study is complete. I want to spend a little bit of time going through with Wheaton's office and the mayor's office on the findings and conclusions and make a more formal presentation at the next board meeting. But the study is complete and we're ready to come up with recommendations for the evaluation.
So just a little premature, not a whole
Yeah,
lot.
we tabled it for this board meeting, maybe I'll have a little bit better breakdown versus having to go through the whole report.
Okay. We'll just move past that unless anyone has any questions about that tonight. Okay, thank you, sir. Next on the agenda is our planning agenda. Ms. Whitney Cook again.
Yes, sir. Our first application is by Slim Chickens, and it is to revise their existing lot, which is lot 1 of Silo Square Commercial Area Phase 1. Essentially what they're doing is buying additional acreage. You're going to see where the red line is of their existing lot, and there's about 28 feet of width all the way down the length of their lot that they're going to add into their existing lot. I think everybody can agree that it's very congested there. So what they're going to do is propose a secondary drive-through lane to alleviate some of the traffic in their existing ones. They're also putting their employee parking on that side, so there's not parking behind the building. So this is in addition to their lot and a revision to their lot to alleviate traffic and congestion concerns, which is always a good thing. It does comply with our commercial subdivision regulations, and it was taken into account when they put that new egress to the north of that new drive going in, so it will not require any revisions to that. So we did recommend it for approval, and Planning Commission did approve it unanimously.
Mr. Mayor, I recommend that we approve item number 1 on the planning agenda tonight. Second.
On item 1, we have a motion by Alderman Flores, second by Alderman Wheeler. Is there any discussion?
It does not. There's, between that line to the north and this one, there's that new drive at the end, but they took that into account with this design. So this will actually be back up with that south lane line.
Any other discussion on item 1? Hearing none, roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
That motion carries.
Item number 2 is request for subdivision approval for lot 8 of the Church Road Marketplace Commercial Subdivision. This is going to be on the south side of Church Road, east of Highway 51, more specifically just to the east of the Dollar General. It encompasses 0.66 acres of property. It is compliant with the PUD that is the master plan over this area. You do have a design review application following this for an urgent care clinic, which is what's going on this lot. It is zoned appropriately for that. It does comply with our commercial subdivision regulations and what's voted unanimously in favor of.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve item number 2 on the planning agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Gallagher, second by Alderman Payne. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That motion carries.
As stated, item number 3 is the urgent care clinic, known as fast-paced urgent care. This is the design review application for it. We did several adjustments to their building. We feel like aesthetically it was much better suited. That was the final revisions there you see on the board. We added the stacked stone, the bronze, 2 tones of brick, raised parapet. We did some adjustments to their photometrics to add decorative lighting in to match with the Dollar General next door. Did some adjustments to the landscaping. They did a result of those changes. So what you have in front of you is the revisions that were requested and recommended by the Planning Commission and was voted unanimously in favor of.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve item number 3 on the planning agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Gallagher, second by Alderman Payne. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That motion carries.
Item number 4 is a revision to the existing Bell Office Park subdivision, specifically lots 5A and 5B. This is going to be on the south side of Jennings Drive, east of Elmore Road. And what we have here is just a cleanup for title work. As you'll see on the larger lot highlighted in red, there's a cell tower on that lot. Well, that cell tower, like I said, is situated on that lot, but the access to that tower is on the adjacent lot to the west. Right now, there is an option for purchase on the larger acreage to the east, and to ensure that title work is not convoluted and easements come into question. This revision will literally carve out that area where the tower is and place it back onto the lot where you have, I think it's called the bounce jump or something like that. This little recreation, that's the owner of that property, who also has the lease with the tower. This will carve that out and put it on his lot and take it away from the one who's got an option behind it. So it's a formality for title work, and it was recommended for approval and voted unanimously in favor.
Mr. Mayor, I recommend that we approve item number 4 on the planning agenda as presented tonight. Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Flores, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion on item 4? Hearing none, roll call.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you. Next on our agenda is our mayor's report. Just a couple of quick updates. Again, sales tax and tourism revenues continue to remain up. Sales tax over 100K, monthly more than budgeted. About 35,000 for tourism up. This has been a continuous trend throughout this year. Y'all know that we are preparing for FY22 budget. We do have workshops scheduled from 10 to 12 Thursday and Friday here. We do have a rough draft balanced budget proposed for you. Edie and I have worked on that, and we've taken all the requests from every department head and reviewed those and put together, like I said, a rough draft just so we can kind of move all down the field. Just again, don't, like I say every year, that's not suggesting that anything in there can't be changed or shouldn't be changed. Just want to, again, move the ball down the field, get us in a position where we can, get moving and get that done. Y'all know that's one of the, if not the most important things we do all year, setting and, prioritizing how you spend the taxpayers' money is one of the most important things that we're charged to do. So we made a lot of progress, spent a lot of time on that to put that in front of you. So we'll get together on that Thursday and Friday to do that. We'll tell you everything that's been requested, what's in, what's not, go over all the details so you're prepared to make change. As mentioned earlier, the May Boulevard pedestrian bridge, the actual bridge structure, was delivered on a truck today. So it is on site. So you can ride there and look at May Boulevard. You'll see the actual bridge. We're in discussions now with contractor and everybody involved trying to decide the best time to put that structure on. Obviously, it's the first time this has been done in Southaven and I believe in DeSoto County as well. But it's not the first time a bridge or a pedestrian bridge has been done. So these people are prepared to do it. We're just trying to find the optimum time to do it because of the traffic situation on Getwell. We obviously would not do it during rush hour time. So it's either going to be in a time during the day after school traffic is done. Still talking about potentially the idea of doing it at night or doing it on a weekend. So we'll update everybody further on that. But as of right now, between the 20th of August and the 22nd of August, the bridge will be installed. So that's what it's the time it's slated to happen. And that's basically all I have. Anybody got any questions for me? Hearing none, we'll move on. Next on the agenda is our personnel docket.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve the personnel docket as presented on this date.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Kelly. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That motion carries. Next on our agenda is our city attorney's legal update.
First, just enter a contract under our change order on the minutes. As you recall, the fire station number 5 that we're building, the board gave authorization previously under 31.713 to authorize change orders that are below 1% for Chief Scoggins to sign. This change order is similar to the previous change order for the unstable soils that were found in the area in the northwest corner of the fire station. The change order is in the amount of $11,261. So we're just placing that change order on the minutes. They're requirement for the board taking action, and that will be provided to the board and Andrea as part of the minutes from tonight. And then secondly, the contract we previously had a contract with Water Corporation of America, and that contract was for help the city with identifying bills and or services that were not being utilized, or not being charged the right amount by the city. And as part of that, we had with the Water Corporation of America access to our unit system and providing them security access through that through our IT department. Since the time we've done this in 2018, while it's been somewhat helpful, it hasn't really identified many areas that provide extra revenue to the city or utility department, and there are concerns from a security standpoint providing people access inside of our system. So the recommendation from Chris Shelton and Ray Humphrey is to terminate this contract. The contract can be terminated because it was previously passed 2018. And so the reason we can cancel this contract is you obviously can't bind the previous board with the contract. They can't bind the current board by previous board with the contract. But tonight, seek authorization to terminate this contract and for Chris Shelton and Ray Humphrey to take all appropriate actions for the termination in accordance with the theory that previous board can't bind the current board, although in conjunction with the Biloxi Firefighter Association case versus Biloxi.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Flores, second by Alderman Wheeler. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. Next on the agenda is our utility bill adjustment document.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve the utility bill leak adjustment docket as presented on this date.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Wheeler. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That motion carries. Next on the agenda are 2 claim payments. Is there a motion to approve docket 1?
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve claims docket number 1 in the amount of $4,487,409.15, including the main checks.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Yes.
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 That motion carries. Is there a motion to approve docket two?
Mr. Mayor, move we approve docket number 2 in the amount of $60,239.73.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Flores. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on the agenda is the purpose of determining the need for executive session. We have a motion by Alderman Gallagher, second by Alderman Wheeler. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Ayes have it. Motion carries to determine the need, which is claims and litigation against the Utilities Department of the city and the Southaven Police Department, and then personnel in the Parks Department and Southaven Police Department, and economic development within the city. Is there a motion to declare executive session?
So moved. Second.
Got a motion by Alderman Gallagher, second by Alderman Wheeler. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. Mayor and board are now in executive session.